This is Chris with Dive Zone Scuba for another technical diving tips, techniques, and trips video. Hello divers, this is Chris with Dive Zone Scuba. Thanks for joining me today. We're out here in Bonaire for our second trip to the island, and we're here this week for 2 weeks. The first week I conducted an extended range and an advanced trimix course, and then the second week we're just recreationally diving. So for the extended range TDI course, what we did was we dove with independent doubles like my setup here, and then for the advanced trimix course we then used manifolded doubles. So with the independent doubles extended range course, I used the double tank adapter which is described in some previous videos. So we're going to take a quick look at that and some of the things that we did with independent doubles on this trip. So as many of you probably already know, whenever you dive independent doubles with standard tanks, you must take the left tank and reverse it, and that does cause some configuration problems. So the objective of the setup that I have here is to make it so that with minimal difficulty you can switch back and forth between independent doubles and manifolded doubles. Okay, so we have our left tank reversed as usual, and we have our regulator here on our left post. And so if you're diving this way, the only thing you'll have to do when you go between independent doubles and manifolded doubles is remove the high pressure hose from one port to the other port. Okay, so when I dive with manifolded doubles, the high pressure hose comes out of this port. When I dive with independent doubles, it comes out of this port. So by only removing one port and moving one hose and then replacing the port plug, you are able to easily configure between independent doubles and manifolded doubles. And you also note that I do have a transmitter on my right post here. So on the back, rather than threading the tank bands through one of these plates that has tank band slots, what I'm using is the double tank adapter, which consists of 2 single tank adapters and a special channel of aluminum. And so when you assemble the double tank adapter like this, it is acting just like a manifolded set of doubles, and so you have the long stud here, and all you need to do is unfasten it from the front side where the plate is. So this allows a very rapid switch between independent doubles and manifolded doubles by just undoing the nut there. So when you're switching out tanks with these, you can do it either way. You can either just take the regulators off and then change the tanks out with the double tank adapter still on the plate, or what you could do is you can remove the plated wing, which is what I normally do, and then assemble a new set of regular tanks onto the double tank adapter. So when we go and we come to a place like Bonaire, we're staying here at Den Lemon, and we use Dive Friends. They have an unlimited number of tanks, so with the independent doubles we never have to worry about getting a fill on our twin set, manifolded twin set. We just pick out another set of tanks. So what this enables us to do is to very rapidly change out tanks to continue diving and concentrate on diving rather than on the logistical aspect of obtaining gas. Okay, so this is one of the things that we did during this trip in the with the extended range course, is we dove with independent doubles because we're just getting air and nitrox spills rather than trimix like we did with the advanced trimix course. A couple of other things on this rig that have been in existence that were useful as always. One is the carry handle right here that's attached to the shoulder straps, and another one is the long hose holster, which keeps it securely in place while you're diving and does not come out. I also continued to use the necklace regulator with the bungee versus the silicone strap. And as before, I drill a hole in the exhaust port and put the bungee through the hole in the exhaust port. So this keeps the entire mouth area clean. Some people use a fisherman's knot to put the necklace around here, but what I found in the past is that sometimes that gets caught in my mouth. And so with the bungee going through the exhaust port, you don't have any interference with the mouthpiece with the necklace spring. Alright, what I'm going to do in this video clip is I'm going to demonstrate one of the two methods for changing out a set of independent doubles. In this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the plate and the wing and the regulators off, and I've already undone the two nuts, and I've also undone the regulators, the tin regulators. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lift off all of this from the independent doubles and move this aside. Let's see, let's move over here. Alright, so what I have here is the double tank adapter, and I'm going to stand this up and turn it around, and I'm going to open up the tank fan. To take the tanks out. There goes one, there goes the other, and then I'm going to take this tank. Okay, make sure I've got this right. You always have to make sure you have the one on the right side in there. I'm going to push this one in, and also this one. And then I'm going to take the other one here, and this is going to be the left tank, and this tank, of course, has to be upside down or backwards. Okay, so put this one in. Slide this in. Slide this in. Okay, so again, you want to make sure everything's pretty much aligned, and I'm going to close the tank fans. And one of the things about using the single tank adapter versus the slots in the plate and wing is that the system is much more rigid. Okay, so I now have this ready to go. And all I need to do now is to stick my rig back on like that, and of course align everything. It's always an issue anytime you're doing this. And gotta get the stud lined up here. One lined up, sometimes you have problems with the other. I'm putting on my nuts. And so the only thing I need to do remaining is to put on my regulator sets. Alright, so what I'm going to do in this video clip is demonstrate the second way of changing out the independent doubles. So, in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip everything over. Okay. Now, the next thing I need to do is I need to disconnect the regulators. That off. And then disconnect my right post. Okay. And then I'm going to undo my tank fans. And then I'm going to slide these out forward again. I think I have enough clearance to do that. There's one. successfully taken out my my 2 tanks here. I'm going to insert 2 fresh tanks. So I'm going to slide it in here. Ordinarily, you would not want to put your gear on your VCD with your VCD down, but I'm only doing this temporarily. So I think at least it's okay for now. Alright, I'm going to close one. I'm going to close the other. I'm going to get my other tank. And again, this must be put in backwards. Okay. And then I'm going to close this tank band. And I'm going to close that tank band. And then the last thing I'm going to do is attach the 2 regulators.